there's no, yeah, so there's all sorts of extra legal stuff, right, that a country could do, like the U.S. could do to another country to try to get cooperation on a particular, in the context of a cyber attack. There are agreements regarding criminal evidence. So if the American government went to another country and said, look, we are investigating a crime that happened here, but we know that evidence related to the crime is stored in your jurisdiction, will you help us? The United States has struck a number of what are called mutual legal assistance treaties, MLATs, with countries all over the world. And so the United States could go to that country and say, under the provisions of our mutual legal assistance treaty, we're asking for you to procure evidence using your powers of the state to compel a company in your jurisdiction to produce evidence that you would then route back to us. Now, these agreements go back many years. They're based on a much older regulatory where judges would help each other across jurisdictions. And that regime was really built without digital evidence in mind. And so it's a nice idea. It works for certain kinds of cases, but it's largely a bilateral regime. I mean, it's a network of hundreds of agreements between states. And the average response time for those requests is 10 months, which is extremely long, right? So especially in a world of cyber attacks where everything could happen in an instant and the response time is critical, 10 months of waiting isn't necessarily could really hinder the investigation. The other problem is that often the state might deny, they might have reputational reasons to deny that the attack ever originated within their jurisdiction. So they might say, oh, you think it came from here, but actually that's just an attribution problem. It really came from over there. Or they want to, there are plenty of states, well, without naming any, we can think of states that are effectively sponsoring their companies, shielding their companies who are engaged in widespread espionage, industrial espionage. And in that case, it seems unlikely, although the United States might have a mutual legal assistance treaty with that state, it seems unlikely that they would cooperate. And the mutual legal assistance treaty says that they'll provide assistance, but again, the enforcement mechanism is pretty weak. It's essentially a voluntary arrangement that says that we're going to try to set up an efficient channel for sharing evidence with each other, but there are a number of reasons that states can give to decline to provide that assistance.